Yeah, I think, of course, what we're seeing here in this crisis, in this current crisis, is of COVID-19 is obviously a health issue in Mexico and other countries of the region, but we have been facing already another pandemic, namely the one of violence. And most of you people know, and some of you are Latin Americans. Latin America and the Caribbean is considered the most insecure region at global level, and where suitable actions have not yet been achieved to reduce violence in a sustainable way. So, but also violence is not the only challenge the region is facing. The pandemic has turned out to come on top of pre-existing problems. They have, pre-existing crises of multiple dimensions. So it's just like adding up one additional crisis to multiple pre-existing crises. So it's, of course, exacerbating inequalities. I think this is a key issue. It's exacerbating and deepening vulnerabilities, which whether the state cannot tackle on itself, and also not the international cooperation. So even before COVID-19, there has been a worsening situation, and now it has become even worse. So there has been a before and an after that colluded into a moment of social and institutional shock, which is of course natural and also understandable. So it's like what happened already, what we have seen with SARS, Ebola, and also, although these crises have been, and pandemia have been much more contained. So there has been an absence of information. For instance, on the virus itself, it has led to uncertainties, contradictions, and confusions. I would say to a certain, crisis of governance, but particularly at the early stage of the response. So there has been, a lack of information, absence of plausible scenarios over the short term, but I would say also over the midterm and the long term, and persistent contradictions and dichotomies of public policies and strategies. And of course, a lack of coordination amongst countries on common issues, and then also in an interdisciplinary way. And this has led to, to very, I would say, non-flexible, also centralized, but of course, once again, I want to stress this, uncoordinated institutional actions. And this, in many countries, have led, as also here in Mexico, to a politicization of the responses and the results. And there has been a certain, increase, not only Mexico, but also globally, a certain increase of distrust of societal actors towards key actors like the state, but also to a certain extent to international cooperation, particularly at the local level.